Hi, I'm Chuck Meyers with Bluewater Yacht Sales, and we're here at the Viking VIP event for 2023, and I'm standing aboard an 80 Viking convertible. I'm going to take you through a quick walkthrough tour, so come on board and we'll start in the cockpit. So we're standing in the cockpit of the 80 Viking. You have 216 square feet of cockpit space, so huge cockpit to the boat. We'll kind of start with the rear bulkhead. You're going to have a beautiful mezzanine. Put a Garmin monitor there so you can watch things on that in terms of bites. Overhead, you have the AC blowing down on the mezzanine. Nice large windows, gives a lot of light into the salon. And then the mezzanine certainly is functional. We have a bait freezer here, beautiful custom Viking bait trays in that. We're going to come over here, have a refrigerated box as well. This is going to be engine room access, so we'll go in there last. Cool box, super deep. I mean, we're talking about a foot or two in terms of here in the step. So you can carry plenty of drinks, provisions. Ice chipper goes into this box, so you have plenty of chipped ice. And then we have in-deck fish boxes. Seakeeper is going to obviously sit under this main panel for us. It's a Seakeeper 35. And then this customer decided to do a live well, so the transom box is plumbed with a live well for live bait fishing, and you have a glass front to that as well, backlit at night. We're going to move up to the inside next, and then I'll take you to the Flybridge, and then finally into the engine room. Coming into the interior of the 80 convertible, you're going to find a 5-head, 5-stateroom layout with an additional day head. We'll start there. So as you come in from a cockpit, if you have wet feet, you're going to find right here to the starboard side a really nice little day head. We used Amtico here in the flooring so that, again, if you have some wet feet, anglers coming in, they aren't tracing through the salon and the carpeted areas of the boat. This particular boat, we do a lot of custom work, especially on these larger boats. They chose the floor plan with a custom open galley. On a lot of 80s, you'll see a wraparound couch, and this end of the galley actually closed off. This owner wanted more of an open feel, so we opened this up, shortened the settee or the couch here, and it's a really nice clean look to the boat. The wood that they used in this particular boat is walnut satin, and you can see you have the dinette to your starboard side, nice eat-at bar here, and just a huge galley. We have things like the dishwasher here, 6 fridge freezer drawers here under counter, trash compactor, large countertop, and just a real abundance of cabinetry. And that's important because most of our 80 owners are going to be traveling boats. They're going to fish far and wide, and you're going to have to bring a lot of provisions with you. So not only for fishing, but also for food and the crew, this boat certainly excels at that. While on the topic of storage, I'll show you a couple things that Viking does really nice. Underneath this dinette here, you have a large opening drawer. We'll build custom racks depending on what kind of rod or reels that you want to carry in here, but it's a large space inside. We also do have abundant rod storage up on the bridge. And then we have 2 what we call almost attics. This one has a lot of audio equipment. In this one, central vac, but again, it's an opportunity where we can do a lot of different rod storage configurations in there, or again, if you're cruising the boat, more storage considerations. In this boat here, they did built-in drawers. I've seen extra berths carried here, so it's kind of a 5.5 stateroom boat if you have carryover on the crew, but a lot of room, again, for provisioning, so this boat can really travel. So let's go on down below and we'll take a look at the staterooms. As I mentioned before, this is a 5-stateroom boat. We're going to come down these steps. We'll save the companionway to the midship master for last, but did want to point out some nice touches. Washer and dryer here, high gloss trim touches, and different wall liners. Again, we'll meet with you and design a boat to your taste. So there's a lot of individual decor touches throughout the boat. As far as the staterooms, we're going to start here to the starboard side. You have a nice size over-under bunk. That stateroom does have its own in-suite, as they all do. Coming forward and across, you're going to get to the VIP, which is a tapered queen. It's going to have its own in-suite head as well. And then there's 2 additional staterooms here, another over-under on the starboard side with a stall shower in its own head. And then forward, you're going to have a VIP or secondary VIP with a bow stateroom, nice size double walk around, and its own head again. Owner of this boat did a really nice clean job in picking everything out. Nice grays and charcoal accents, really offsets the walnut wood very nicely. We're going to move back to the master next, so come on down this way. So as I said, we're going to do the master next. It has its own little companionway coming midship. You're going to find a beautiful full beam master stateroom. You're going to have port lights from port side to starboard side, his and her locker space, abundant dresser drawer space, nightstand space, 55-inch TV here framed nicely in walnut. And then if you move forward, the master head is going to have dual sinks, large stall shower. So you really have all the comforts of home while you're traveling or cruising, fishing around the globe, and having fun with the boat. We're standing here really at the command center of the boat, the Flybridge at the helm station. You'll see with the Viking 80 and this bridge that you have plenty of room to carry anglers and guests with you. This model was actually used as a demo boat in past years for the Viking team. And they'd carry, 12, 18 guys on this boat to fish. And there's always an abundance of room. You never feel crowded. So you'll see seating on both sides with rod storage. I'll come up here real quick. Under the lounge, there's abundant storage. This is going to be a freezer box. You can actually carry a load of provisions in that, or additional bait, depending how you use the boat. Sink behind you, and then a chill box up here. So a drink is always at close range for the guests that are running the boat up here with you. At the helm, we did 3 chairs across, release chairs, plenty of electronic space. This carries 3 22-inch Garmin monitors, an additional 12-inch up top here, Seakeeper displays. This boat does have the Furuno sonar, the full circle sonar, so you have controls over here for that, as well as your Octoplex, and then engine controls, VHF, additional controls here. Release tournament helm pod to it, gives it that final touch, but a fully functional, very large Flybridge that's great for cruising or for tournament angling. Next up on our 80 tour is going to be the engine room. We're going to jump down here and I'll take you through. As you come into the engine room here, this boat is powered with twin MTU M96s, 2,635 horsepower apiece. That gives this boat speeds over 40 knots, which is really moving for an 80-foot boat. And to couple that with the Viking seakeeping, it's just the ultimate combination for some tournament fishing, especially long range. Center line here, we're going to have the Furuno sonar that protrudes down out of a tube below the boat and really is an ultimate weapon for tournament fishing. This boat does have twin 32 kW Kohler generators, so you have plenty of redundancy on the power. And the main thing to note here is just how clean everything is. If you shoot down into the bilges or under the engines, everything is plumbed, painted, and well laid out. So everything that you'd want to be able to keep the boat clean, running safely, and attended to is already on this boat as it stands here. I hope you've enjoyed the tour through the Viking 80. If we can be of any help with any of our Viking sport fishing boats, please give us a call at Bluewater Yacht Sales. I'm Chuck Meyers, and I thank you for joining me.